Hello, everyone. This is your boy Akeem here, and today's video is going to be something different, like really different. We're not going to talk about the stats, we're not going to talk about champions, we're not going to talk about players, we're not going to talk about leagues or anybody else. We're going to talk about something really near and close to my heart. You see, I've been covering the League of Legends scene for about 4-ish years right now. And I never know how incredible this thing can be. For all the good and the bad that it produces, and for all the highs and lows that it creates, we never get to appreciate the persons who make this thing so unique and so incredible. The casters. They made the stories so incredible. They make every single League of Legends feels like a story. Feel like an anime, of course, if you are anime dweeb like moi. Um these casters tell the story about each and every game, about each and every storyline, about each and every livelihood. Like it almost feels like you're painting a picture. You're painting a beautiful, wonderful, artistic picture that you just wanted to invest, to buy, to go into your homes and place that beautiful picture and saying it makes the room so incredible. And that's what those casters are. Now, these casters and analysts, we do not forget about the analysts, are the livelihood of these League of Legends. And yes, the producers and the productions and all this kind of stuff. Shout out to all the people in Dublin, of course. But these people, these casters, tell the story for what it is and why we love this game so much. So today, I am going to do something different. I'm going to do something that many people have done it before, but have never even tested the waters since. And trust me, I'm going to say this, there are going to be a lot of regional fans, my LEC fans, LCS fans, all those kinds of fans that are going to be nailing me on the cross and through the wooden stick. I don't care. This is going to be basically my opinion and my opinion only. So I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. So today, we are going to do a tier list. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking live at 40 analysts and casters from 4 of the major regions, old and new. And I mean literally old and new. You got Monte Cristo here, you got Froskur in there. We're gonna talk about her later. So yeah, this is a mixture of old League of Legends casters that you know of and new League of Legends casters that I know of right now. Now, I decided to do the major regions because those are the regions that I kind of watch. So I don't do LLA, I don't do CBLOL, I don't do any of these regions. In fact, even if I do, that'll be 100+ hours of League of Legends. And trust me, who wants to sit down and watch like 100+ hours of League of Legends when there's so much things going on around the world? I mean, yeah. So that's gonna be a waste of time for me. And plus, this might be a 2-hour video, I guess, which I don't know if people can watch a 2-hour video. So I don't think I could touch the waters. So we are gonna do a tier list of all the casters from the League of Legends scene, old and new. Now, now for some context of how this is going, we're gonna talk about the casters, their legacies, how the personalities, of course, what they bring to the table, and also their history, of course. So, if I were to say that Kadril, my dear old friend Kadril, our Lord and Savior, we're gonna talk about all he's a former pro. He has that one, mean play that we're totally gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about that. But also he has that, personality, his charismatic and all those kind of stuff. So I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about his characteristics and all those kind of stuff and the history and everything like that. So yeah, those are the things I like to talk about. And of course, this thing will be uploaded on Twitter and on Reddit and all those kind of stuff. So yeah, I am just going to. I'm gonna post it up on every single page, on some of the pages, and see what you guys think. And besides, this thing is on tier list, tier maker. Yeah, you all know the website. This is a tier maker that shows you tier list of I did the tier list, of course, with my MSI, so this is where to go. So I'm going to link the description below, and you can make your own tier list of your favorite casters, and see what you guys think. So I'll let the horses run free, guys, in this thing. So yeah. Anyways, we are going to start. I'm going to start with Atlas, and I'm going S tier. Yeah, we're gonna start right off the bat. So, for those who don't know Atlas, Atlas has been doing League of Legends, and I'm just gonna, just give me a minute. Let me give me. I'm gonna do history. All right, just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Now, Atlas have been doing LCK for so many years. He also do LPL as well. And I'm just gonna say this: I listened to his and LS casting together in the finals. And by the way, this was a stream casting and all this kind of stuff. He is the kind of guy who can be a little bit funny, but also a little bit more serious. If I have one game to describe that chaotic style of Atlas, I want you guys to go back to Gen G versus Damwon Kia in summer 2021, in which Damwon Kia was having a huge goal lead. And I will never forget what Atlas have said. He said that if Gen G were to come back and win this game, he will shave his hair bald. And lo and behold, Genji did it, and my God, in the LCK finals, he literally shaved his hair bald. That is the kind of person that is so committed to the cause that it feels like he loses his entire hair to do that. But the guy has a lot of League of Legends knowledge. He has done a lot of games, of course. He has been a mainstay for the LCK for that long. I'm just gonna go to history, guys. Don't mind me. The internet is the internet is kind of sticky for the last several hours, so sorry about that. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay, so what am I saying? Okay. There it is. Let's see. Just give me a minute. So yeah, I mean, I gotta say that Atlas is. I don't know if Atlas is S tier. Atlas S tier or A tier? I think Atlas is S tier because, of course, he has history and knowledge of the league and all those kind of stuff. And he's a good caster. He's a funny caster. I mean, his work with Papa Smitty, with LS, with Chronicle are probably, dare I say, he is one of my favorite top 3 casters of all time. And I think he's probably underappreciated by many people because he did the World's Finals in 2020. He did the World's Finals in 2021. He cast the quarterfinal matchup between Gen G versus Damwon, which is absolutely incredible. And he did the T1 versus Gen G because here's the thing, guys. When you have 2 Koreans in your team and you got a Korean caster, you have literally no choice but to go to the Korean caster. My God, my page is freezing up. okay, it's back. All right, so yeah. So he's been doing a lot. These are the oh God. It's freezing! Sorry about that. Guys, sorry about that. Sorry that my web pages are so slow and that's it. So I'm just gonna calm down. Anyways, Atlas was a good caster as well. Here he is, and by God, he has done LPL a couple of years. He's done Worlds, he's done the mid-season tournament. He has done LCK broadcasted for years. So the guy has done a lot, and he has been casting a lot of games. I mean, just look at what he did. He even do Challengers League. And by the way, I did saw the Challengers League finals, and it was like the English casters also do that, but so the English casters done some Challengers League. But the guy has done a lot, and he has been doing this since 2015, bro. 2015. That is insane. For a guy who's done that long and do that much Ks, especially in both regions called like China and Korea, that's hats off to you, my brother. That's amazing. Kajol. Next up, my boy Kajol. He's an A tier. Look, he's not S tier, but he's A tier because of his personality. I love Kajol. I love Kajol so much. His co-streaming was incredible. He had this incredible moment. I think I'm gonna go with one of my favorite moments from Kajol. One as a player, one as a commentator. So the one player was, everybody knows this. It was the cancel Malzahar stream. It was Dragos who casted about it. He was a former mid laner, of course, when he was playing for XL at the time. So he was a former mid laner, former jungler. It was a famous cancel thing that everybody kind of memed about. It was kind of like the Ryu play, but it wasn't that as bad as the Ryu play a couple of years later, which we're gonna get to. Pedro's personality, he was funny. So he's been doing LEC for about I think 3 years now. Let me just see. So he's been doing the LEC for since 2020, of course, when the COVID kind of hit us hard. He was a playoff analyst, and then he was a fully analyst for 2021, 2022 when he did the LFL. Damn. All right, didn't realize. And then he did the 2023, of course. He's doing the casting now. He did not cast through the MSI. He's going to cast through the summer. But he and Dracos are probably the most favorite duo right now of the LEC right now. And they're funny. They did a podcast, of course, with Euphoria. I mean, he is amazing. He's not S tier like Atlas, though. No, he's not a caster who does a lot of games. He's done one World's Finals, which I'm going to tell you the one World's Final moment that he did. It was when he dropped the F bomb when Gumiyuchi stole Baron in Game 5 of that series. I mean, I'm going to say this right now. Captain Flowers, Kobe, and Kajol knock it off the park for that finals. It was incredible. The storytelling was amazing. It made the finals so hyped. It was one of my favorite finals of all time, and he made it work. So the fact that he managed to become a player a few years later, and for the shortest amount of time did all that work in the LEC and beyond, it's amazing. It's amazing what he has done. And I like him. And it has a little bit of thing that I'm going to say that I mean, he should have been a coach of that team. When Kajol was announced, was being rumored to be a coach of Vitality, I was losing my mind because at least he lost Froskurin, we lost Ender, and then the next thing you know, we might lose Kajol, who is the smartest, funniest mind in all of League of Legends. And to lose him like that, it's not good. It's not good for me, and it's not good for the product. So I'm glad that Kajol actually becoming staying, and now he's not only going to do casting, but also co-streaming as well. So it's something. It's amazing. He's an amazing mind. I like that. Okay, this is gonna be a long list, so I'm not gonna go through that all of it. This is easy. Come on, come on, Captain Frickin' Flowers. Captain Frickin' Flowers. I mean, if you watch Dom's stream of that finals, and Captain Flowers actually did, the cast, the small cast, he made that little cast of that finals feels like a walk in the park to him. And he's been doing this for about since 2017. So he's been doing casting from 2017 unto today. The guy is a legend, for God's sakes. He's probably, I'm gonna say this, the only good caster in the LCS right now. With Freak being gone, he's like the most knowledgeable caster that I know from the LCS. And it feels so sad that in a league that is so dead, that Captain Flowers is probably the only ray of life from that league. And it's not saying anything. The guy can cast amazingly. I mean, if you look at his backstory, he was a farmer from Ohio. He was doing his stuff. He had a sweet victory when he got applied. So that was a Travis Gavert story. I would have to link the description below, but I will tell you this: Captain Flowers is a legend, a freaking legend within the parts of the LCS, and I like him for it. Um, hmm. Let's see who's next. Let's see who's next. LS. LS is a controversial figure. I mean, some people like him, some people don't. But I'm just gonna put him A tier. Yeah, I'm gonna put him A tier. Yeah. So LS is a really, really, he's an enigma. Some people like him, some people don't. And as an autistic person like myself, going through what he's going through right now, it's rough. No, I'm not saying rough. It's more like it's different, but at least he got through it. And not okay, not the same. as an autistic person myself, I feel for him. I feel for him. He has this kind of thing, but somehow he's a good guy. He's a good person. His draft kingdom was incredible as well. He's also a good predictor of the LCK. If you watch LCK back then around 2017, he can predict drafts like crazy. He predict drafts like absolute craziness. And yeah, there was some flack around him. He is. I'm not saying. Look, the guy was a homeless dude, man. The guy came from homeless beginnings to cast the LCK for like so many years. And whether you like him or not, and that's on your opinion, that's gonna be like your debate. I like him. Some people don't. He should have been the. I mean, he was this close to being a T1 coach, and then everyone from T1 kind of hated it. So yeah, he's not the most likable figure around these parts. But the guy is a good nut. He's a good brain. He's knowledgeable. He learned a lot of stuff. He is good around his part. He's living in Korea, mind you. So yeah, Alice is okay. Let's go with some other casters. Let's just see. Let's see who should I pick. Okay, Freak. I'm gonna put an S tier. I know there'll be this is a debate. I know this is going to be a controversial topic, and I mean, whether you like him or not. The guy he has done League of Legends since the game had begun. If you wanted to know if you want to know how legendary Freak is to the League of Legends community, look at his broadcast. Just look at his broadcast. He's been doing this since 2011. He's did it since the first Worlds. He did it in his basement. For God's sakes. The guy has come from basements to big stadiums, and he's done the LCS for all these years. In fact, he's the only person, if I can remember, from the first World until now to do every single Worlds this year. He has done it all. The guy has done it all. Whether you like him or not, he is Mr. Worlds. He is Mr. LCS, of course, with his tons of damage puns, his champion spotlight thing. He's now a champion fixer for Riot. Yeah, at least he killed Yumi. Thank you, my brother. He's done a lot of stuff around these parts for League of Legends, and not only as a human being, but also as a caster as well. I mean, the first couple of years are kind of rough, but now as each year goes by, he's getting around his edges. I think I can go with one favorite moment. It was his 2018 when Cloud9 beat a Freak of Freaks and won 3-0. The way he called that game against when Licorice actually stole the Baron, and then the final fight when they won, it was incredible. You can feel Freak's emotion at that moment. You know, you can feel Freak's emotion in that moment, seeing his North American team. And by the way, North America has been bad for the last several years, but it's moments like Freak and Captain Flowers calling these moments and calling these incredible moments that makes this even a bad region a decent region. A bad region having some moments. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, Freak has done that. My second favorite moment is something that is not North America. It was when EDG taking on DRX. It was a crazy game. It was Pioshik stole Baron, and then Zeka was absolutely going crazy. Also my favorite moment. The fact that it was Freak's best cast and probably his one and only best cast since before he's leave the stage. So that leaves a huge hole in the LCS because he's a figurehead for the LCS for so many years. Whether you like him or not, he is Mr. LCS, and god damn it, I gotta miss him. And the LCS should miss him as well, even if it hurts right now. Actually, he kind of left this year, so yeah. Okay, who's next? Who is next? Let's see. I kind of missed someone. I kind of missed someone. Did I miss someone from this list? Oh, no. No, I did not. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Medic. S tier. I think my favorite moment from Medic casting was the 2019 spring game between G2 versus Fnatic. It was one of the greatest games of all time. Probably the greatest LEC game of all time. And I put that on my YouTube playlist of my favorite League of Legends games of all time list. and that was top of me because it was the first game that I know of. If anybody wanted to talk about the LEC, go do the G2 Fnatic one. Go watch the G2 Fnatic one. You will love the LEC. Hell, you can love the game of League of Legends even if you're not a fan of it. Even if you're not a fan of these League of Legends, that game to you feels volumes about how great and chaotic that game was. And I think Medic sold it. He's my S tier for me. So I wanted to tell you something on Medic. The guy was an absolute nerd. The guy was an absolute nerd. And by the way, good shout out to him casting the finals in his hometown of UK, mind you. to do it in to do this in his hometown, to cast the final in his home region. He had never done it before, but it brought tears to his eyes, literally. And yeah. And let me tell you, Medic, he was looking like this. Trust me, man, Medic looked like this. The guy was casting Arena of Valor a couple of years ago. He's been doing all this other stuff. He was living in UK. He was a doctor, a literal doctor, of course. That's why his name is Medic. He's moving house to house a couple of times. He lost his mom. Pray for him. He has gone through a lot of these stuff. And the guy was a nerd. No offense, man, but you're a nerd, to be honest. And this was, of course, when he first met Vedios. By the way, the whole Medi-Vedi kind of partnership, which is still good to this day. And now he looks from this to like an absolute Chad. An absolute Chad. I mean, ladies, how can you not love this man? How can you not love this man? I mean, honestly, how can you not love him? So yeah, he is an excellent caster. He shots a little bit, of course, but that's what makes him. He makes things so exciting that you wanted to watch it, and he could be great. And his casting in the MSI final, the Five Fingers of Golden Knight, when JDG won it, was incredible as well. Even though the series was kind of like a dud, he was good. Manic was good. He was my favorite caster, of course. He has been to this League of Legends for about 2018, mind you. So yeah, I gotta say, Medic, top notch, S tier caster for me. And his partner in crime, where is he? Yeah, partner in crime, Vedios. I got him as A tier. He is, yeah, I got him in A tier. He's not as great as Medic, but these two kind of work. He's from Wales, of course. He has a gamer knowledge, of course. His favorite champion is Nocturne. Doy. Every time any person talk about Nocturne is like giddy with himself. I mean, his favorite is Nocturne. His favorite is Malzahar. His favorite is Skarner. I mean, why not? So yeah, I'm gonna say that Vedios is okay. I don't have nothing much to say. I mean, his favorite moment was the EDG DRX game that I mentioned with Freak, of course, at that time, and Azeel. So that was fun. It was a fun cast that they did. So yeah, Vedios is incredible. He can be a little shouty sometimes, but also he's a fun, cool-looking dude. He's done a lot of stuff. This buff suit thing that he did was incredible as well. But yeah, I kind of like Vedios. He was an okay guy. Vedios is an okay guy. Oh my god, I am so sweaty. I am really sweaty right now. Really, really sweaty. Let's continue. Let's go. Dracos. Dracos. I'm still gonna keep the A tier rolling. Dracos. My first memory of Dracos was his Rocks Tiger performance against G when he was in 2018 when Giants won it, and he was actually saying the F word when Giants actually nearly done the base. Um, why does Dracos have not cast the LCS is beyond me, but I'm just gonna go to some history with him just to see how good he was. So I think Dracos cast some yeah, he did the EU LCS a couple of years. He did the international wildcard. I bet you he did some Pacific games, of course, way back when. So Dracos have done the LEC from 2016. Hey, that's amazing. The guy is done that long. Pretty much unappreciated, of course. His casting partner with Froskurin, which I'm gonna get to later, which is going to be a little sensitive. But and now he's now casting with Tegel, which is also a dynamic duo, which I kind of like. But I have to say that Dracos is an okay guy. He has that style of he's kind of style of that anime kind of feeling. Of course, it's kind of funny and everything like that. So I kind of like him. So I think A tier for him. So far a lot of S tiers, a lot of A tier guys. Someone from my region. I'm someone from my region. So yeah, we're having a good start here. We're having a really good start. Let's keep it go. Let's keep it going. Okay, we're going down the barrel here. We're going down the barrel here. Dagda, A tier for me. We're keeping the A tiers rolling. I mean, many people like Dagda from his broadcast. I like Dagda as well. He cast the LPL a couple of years, moved over to the LEC. He's Irish, by the way, so that kind of makes sense. So Dagda has done a lot of games, especially best of threes, which of course the LEC is currently on right now. But you know, he has that style, of course. He has that knowledge. He has that knowledge. That League of Legends knowledge from his time in Japan, like time of LPL. He has a good knowledge. He's well equipped, well handled in those knowledges of those strategies and all those kind of stuff, especially champions and things that he knows of from drafting and all this kind of stuff. So he's good. He's really, really good, and I like him. I like him because he's on LEC. He's mines. Nobody can handle it. Screw you. So the next one. If Freak is the king of the LCS, then Quickshot is the king of the LEC. The guy has been to the LEC since the guy is on League of Legends for about 2014. South African, of course. He's been. I'm not saying he cast every single World Championship. He didn't cast much World Championships. He's not as prestigious as Freak and everybody else, but he's the face of the LEC. When I mean, he and Shocks are like the two faces of the LEC. You can't have one without the other. If Shocks leaves and Quickshot leaves, then the LEC will be in shambles. That's gonna be the thing. Um, Quickshot. I mean, I don't have much Quickshot moments. I think his one favorite moment was when RNG facing off against G2 when in 2018 finals when G2 finally beat RNG and finally made top four. His game against Unicorns of Love versus Fnatic was a legendary game for him, including him and Deficio. I mean, he and Deficio were kind of like the thing in the League of Legends for them. They were the it couple in casting League of Legends. Kind of the same thing with Dor and Monte Cristo. They were the couples of League of Legends and the couples of Overwatch for a couple of times. Same thing with Deficio and Quickshot. So yeah, Quickshot was kind of like the de facto face of the LEC, and he's been doing the LEC for like a while. So that's really appreciated. He has his quick stats. He has his quirky, incredible ways. He is everything that we need for the LEC. And I'm glad that he's there. I'm glad that he's there. Before we get to some top ones, let's just go with some, not saying clunkers, but probably some guys that I don't know of that much. Let's talk Rafia. Yes, yes. Protest me. Hate me. Come on. Bring me the hate, guys. Bring me the hate. I'm just kidding. Rafia is okay. I heard he cast some icons, of course, when Wild Rift was actually a legit thing and not a Asian game like many other mobile games is. But now he's casting the LEC. He used to cast the Academy. He's now casting the LCS, which is thumbs up for him. He's okay. I haven't heard that much, but I would really love if he cast a LEC finals game 5 and he do silver scrapes on the guitar. That for me would be beautiful. Okay? That for me would be absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I'm just gonna say Rafia is okay. He's C tier, but he can move up. He can move up if he gets some good on a season or two under his belt and have some good moments. He hasn't cast Worlds or MSI yet. This may be his time. Let's see. Latigress. I'm putting her D tier. Yeah, I know. I get it. Look, I know you have your opinions on Latigress, so here's the thing. Um, there is nothing wrong with Latigress' casting. It's Latigress' casting that makes people feel off the edge. So for those who don't know, she's a host. She's a caster as well. She's done a lot of things to the LCS and all this kind of stuff. I think the one thing that people hitting her so much, and I don't know if she rightly deserves or not, was the double lift segment, which was absolutely crass on her part. And yeah, look, she doesn't deserve the hate, to be honest. And honestly, look, she's the only female caster to do League of Legends. So here, let me just say it. All the people that I know of, all the people that are showing there, most of them are like male casters and all this kind of stuff. The Tierlist is like the cut above the rest. And it's hard, it's hard for females to cast League of Legends, especially in a game this complex. And hats off to her for actually go out there and do something. Critics be damned. I like her. I like her. It's that she's a little raw around the edges sometimes. If she can craft it and do well what it is, she could be okay. She's not gonna be an S tier like these guys. So if she can craft her work as well, she may be a B tier personnel as best. But I think D is kind of like she's okay. She's not great by many people's standards, but she's okay to me, and that's all that matters. Ah, Froskurin. Froskurin. C tier. Now, the quick shot tweet on Froskurin was incredible. It was like a little match into the burning flames of her career. And her career kind of like a tailspin after that. She did G4. She did all this kind of stuff. She talked about Olivia Main. We're not gonna get to that. We're gonna talk about casters and all the personalities of them. So yeah, let's just say Froskurin's career ending was kind of feels like it didn't go well, Chief. It did not go. It did not sit pretty with a lot of people. So yeah, beyond that and away from that, actually, she is pretty much excellent, I guess. She done the LPL, she's done the LEC, she's done Worlds a couple of years. My one moment, of course, during that time, my two favorite moments on Froskurin was the 2019 Grand Finals when G2 visited Fnatic in Greece, and then the 2020 Worlds when Bin was absolutely was killing off G2. That was the only two times I get to remember Froskurin. Of course, I remember Froskurin did a lot of the LEC, of course, and it sucks that it ended that kind of way. It sucks that her career took an absolute tailspin, and I hope her life can turn it around and she could be forgiven by so many people. But of course, for now, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go on a fan because I'm sweating here. So yeah, I'm gonna go to a fan and then continue from there. Cool myself off. Okay, there. Woo! A little better. A little better. Okay. So sorry about the transition. Okay. Yeah, let's continue. So, anyways, this is 32 minutes. Jesus. Let's go with my friend Nymera. So Nymera has been a good guy. I put in B tier because he's an Ari main first and foremost. When I was in the LEC Discord at the time, he was coming to us and chatting about us. He was a good guy. He's a good guy. He was in LGL, and let me just see. Let me just see. Let's see. Uh, don't find any history there. But I heard he's an LEJL enthusiast. He casts a few LEC. He's representing the NLC, by the way, which is now officially a dead, league, a dead minor region team, which Riot kills off. Thank you, Riot, for killing off the UK League of Legends, you dumb bitch. But anyways, that's not what I'm talking about. Namir is good. He's a good nut. He's a really good guy. He's good knowledge to everybody else, and he has good knowledge in Ari. So yeah. Jamada, he's also from the LJL. I'm putting C tier. He's not. He's not. I'm not saying. Look. No. He's okay. He's done the LPL. He's done the LEC. He's done the Masters, of course. So he's okay. He has some good knowledge, of course. Not much about him as much. So yeah. Let's see. Kitty. Kitty is okay. C tier. She done the LCO right now. She done some PCS, some LCO. She has done the LPL. She now have a full season with the LPL, and she has her first season, the fact that she actually cast a follow with hysterics and munchables was incredible. So yeah, Kitty is okay. At least she's not Litiger's bad. So she's not Litiger's bad, but she is. mm, she's unique. I'm just gonna say that. There's no flame on her, but yeah, she's a kind of a new person, and also she's from Australia. Like, I'm just gonna let that sink in for a time being. She's Australian, so I'm just gonna leave that to be. Speaking of Australians, Hysterics is S tier. Yeah, that's right. I said Hysterics is S tier, and I'm gonna say Hysterics is S tier, and he deserves to cast an international tournament because he is good. Like, my favorite moment was his JDG Top Esports game from 2020. You know, when the whole world was kind of shutting down. And League of Legends kept it up, and that finals was incredible between JDG and Top Esports. I'd rather be doing JDG and Top Esports, but it's really good right now. It's not good now, but because JDG literally got the upper hand. But yeah, the guy, yeah, Hysterics is really good. He's from Australia. He casts a lot. He casts some pretty good puns about it. He is a funny dude. He's a really good personality and all of that stuff. So I like Hysterics. I like it. Riot should give him an international appearance. At least give him Worlds. At least give him a Worlds play-in. That's all we want. Just he doesn't have to do the main events or all this kind of stuff. Just give him a play-in. Just give him a play-in, please. Okay. Munchables. He's okay. B tier. He's cool. He has a good League of Legends knowledge. He's also great. He's done League of Legends for that long. So yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about him. I think his most memorable moment was EDG when EDG won it in that incredible chakram when Viper actually with that chakram. Magical was absolutely crazy at that time. That was my favorite casting moment, of course. So that was around 2018 about that time. So yeah, sorry, I got confused there. So that was multiple favorite moments. Ashin. He used to go by Penguin, but now it's Ashin. B tier. My favorite moment from Ashin was Gala going absolutely crazy, and rest in peace RNG Gala right now. He was absolutely gone crazy when Gala get the pentakill on that finals when RNG won it. That was my favorite moment ever. Ashin is okay. He is okay. And okay, second favorite moment from Ashin was when G2. I mean, there was a bloody mess when G2 faced up against Loud and Broken Blade. Had that really insane moment against Darius on top of the base. That was also my favorite Ashin moment as well. So Ashin was okay. I mean, he in Munchables was okay as well. He's not the same thing as Dagda nor Hysterics, but he can cut the cracks when it comes to LPL and all those kind of stuff. He's really good. Let's see. Riverton, OG from the LCS. He's now doing Valorant right now. B tier. He's okay. He cast Worlds Finals. He cast the first MSI Finals, of course, when Faker, LeBlanc got absolutely blended by EDG. That's my only memory, of course. So I got nothing much to say about Riverton. He's okay. He's now a semi-analyst for Valorant right now. So yeah, not much knowledge, of course. Yeesh. Papa Smitty. Oh, Papa Smitty. A tier. He's now, of course, he's now doing work for FlyQuest right now. He used to do work for 100 Thieves. But Papa Smitty had that pretty good LCK knowledge, of course. And of course, that's probably the reason why you have Prince and all those Prince and he's probably the reason why he brought Prince into the team because of his LCK knowledge. And that's true because I think Papa Smitty does LCK that long. I don't know. He did LCK that long. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is yeah, he done LCK. He done LPL in 2015. And by the way, he was cast in with Spawn, of course, at that time. And then he did the regional finals with Monte Cristo back in his heyday. And then he did Worlds with Deficio and all those kind of stuff. And then he did the LCK. So he's been doing the LCK from 2015 until 2019.
So yeah, he's been doing a lot of LCK at that time. He has that LCK knowledge in his brain. But he's also funny. He's good with dialogue and other stuff. He talk about the story of League of Legends. He's done a lot of story about League of Legends. He's done a lot of knowledge. He knows a lot of champions. So he's got that good League of Legends knowledge, especially in LCK. And he's Australian again. So shout out to some Australians. They're more knowledgeable than me. Officio is okay. I'm gonna say S tier. S tier for Deficio. Because like Quickshot, he and Quickshot are kind of like, I'm just scoot over here because these two belong to each other. He's also the face of the LEC as well, not the de facto face, but Deficio has done okay. No, wait, Deficio is not okay. He is really good. Deficio was a really good caster with Quickshot. He has done LEC from 2013, which is season 3 of Worlds, until 2019, and then he decided to go back to 2021 as a group stage guest analyst. So yeah, yeah. So I think he did it for Worlds. Yeah, I think he did it for Worlds. And also, he used to be a Misfits analyst, of course, during the heyday of Misfits. But so now Misfits are gone, and so does he. I think he deserved another chance of being an analyst, of being in a League of Legends area somewhere. But the Fisher is really, really good. His relationship with Quickshot was incredible. He's incredible knowledge, of course. He used to play the game, of course. So he knows the game. He knows the situation. His personality was incredible, of course. He was the original. He was one of the original LEC before the LEC, of course, becoming a thing. So yeah, he's got that thing. Marks. He's now doing work with Travis Gafford. He's at that blame game stuff. Marks is okay. I put him B tier. He's okay. He is okay. He's kind of okay right now. He's catalyst. He's not a brilliant analyst like the Azils and the Kobe's of the world. We'll get to these two later. But Ox is okay. He has that knowledge, of course. He has that League of Legends knowledge. He's done a little work. He done the Worlds final. He done the World play-ins, of course. He has had that. He has that LCS knowledge, and of course, that I kind of like. So he is an okay dude. I have nothing much to say, of course. Nothing much. Kobe, A tier. He used to play for CLG right now. He used to play for CLG. He's done a lot of League of Legends, of course, especially eventually. He has done a lot. My favorite moments was the humanoid moment. Um, you know, the finals of Worlds, of course. My peak moment of Kobe, my favorite moment of Kobe, when his team CLG beat RG, one of the greatest comebacks ever, and he said, "I will never doubt them. I never doubted them." One of my favorite moments ever. My second favorite moment when in CLG winning, and the faithful shall be rewarded. Of course, I mean, God, I miss CLG as well. I mean, I say only one about CLG, but CLG was the OG team back in LCS, and Kobe kind of connected to it. But also, of course, he's also Mr. LCS as well. Him and Freak as well. He's not as A tier, S tier, of course, like Freak as well, because Freak is a legend around these parts. But Kobe can cut some things as well. He can do some work. He's a good knowledge. He's a knowledgeable League of Legends person. He knows a lot of work about him, and he's an okay dude. He's an okay dude. Azia, World former World Cup champion as well. I put him as A tier as well. I mean, just look at all of this. Look at the LCS casters. S tier, S tier, A tier, A tier. The LCS have so much good people. I just feel bad that the LCS is such a dead legion, and they got some good people. They got some really good people in the LCS. Pray for these people. They deserve better than this. So yeah, Azil is also great as well. He has some good knowledge, of course. He knows some League of Legends as well. He's a former champion, of course, World of Warcraft champion, that is. So he got that knowledge of League of Legends, of course, inside of him. He can do some analysis and everybody else. He has some really funny, not saying funny, but really like exuberant personality as well. So I kind of like him as well. So he's okay. I have nothing to say about these. These two are joined at the hip of LCK and Overwatch, of course. Dora and Monte Cristo, OGs of the OGN League of Legends. Um, the Ryu Faker one was one of my favorite ones, of course. So yeah, that was the only time I know Doa and Monte Cristo. Now, of course, Monte Cristo doing Last Free Nation. Doa, who the hell knows? But I don't care, of course. But Monte Cristo have that League of Legends knowledge, and he has that. How do I say this? Free speaking mind that now we just feel like, he used to do work at Riot Games, but unfortunately with some mishaps that he's no longer there. His team, he can't even have a team. He used to do Renegades, of course. But I think Monte Cristo has that free speaking mind that I kind of like. It's because that you know Riot Games do a lot of bad things, and we don't want to talk about it. I go to Monte Cristo and Thorin as my guidance, of course, to talk about all these things, League of Legends, and also he and Dagon and dominates, of course, talking about League of Legends and stuff. So I trusted Monte Cristo for his knowledge and everybody else. So is Doa as well, but we haven't seen Doa as much. But Monte Cristo is like the OG of League of Legends as well. So does him, Demon, and Joe Miller. Those two guys, of course, does the early days of League of Legends. I think my favorite game was the Xpeke. I think my favorite Demon game is the Xpeke one. Oh, jeez, this is too large. Thank you very much. I think my favorite one was the Xpeke backdoor thing. He did also the CLG EU Moscow 5 comeback. That was incredible. That was insane. He and Joe Miller was kind of some stuff. I think my only knowledge of the man early in my later years is when he did casting the Wild Rift series and Snapdragon. So yeah, he's still doing a lot of League of Legends. Around 45 years old. Jesus, that's amazing. So he and Joe Miller are kind of like the OGs of early day League of Legends. So you got the OG. So you got, like, if you look at this top list, you got some good people, knowledgeable people, some really good exaggerated casters with some gamer knowledge and some exuberant moments, and you got caster who does some crazy things and like deserves something better. But you got some OGs in there. You got some League of Legends OG casters around these parts, and boy, you like it. Boy, you like to see that. Ox, he joined the LCK. He used to do LPL and all that kind of stuff. He's a B tier for me. He's fine. He does a lot of work in the League of Legends. Such as I said, he does the LCK and all this kind of stuff. He joined the LCK, of course, during their runs from the later stages until the league finals. So he got that knowledge around the LPL and the LCK, of course. So he does a lot of games. He doesn't do a lot of international competition, of course. So yeah, Mazel, C tier. Actually, B tier. He's an exciting guy. I like this. I like his Texas kind of style of his casting, and of course, he does LPL, and of course, he's okay. Chronicle. I said A tier. A tier, man. He's amazing. My favorite Chronicle moment is when he did the LCK matchup. He did some LCK matchups, the Worlds one and the MSI one. Chronicle's a good guy. He's Dutch, by the way. He's Dutch. And Chronicle is also a good guy. He has some League of Legends knowledge, of course. And let me just look at his history. I'm gonna look at his history. He hasn't done much. 2019 he done the UK championships. So he done some lower League of Legends. Then 2020, of course, he done some Dutch and Belgians. And then from all of this into a step up to do LCK and Worlds. Back to back years. Amazing. And of course, he did the LCK, of course. He did the MSI, of course. So the guy has a good knowledge. I like him. He followed one of my tweets. He, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't put my, like how I say, I should have put my personal thing on my Twitter. But Protocol's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a well likable guy. He's know a lot of League of Legends. He's an LCK guy. Like I'm saying, I don't know much about these characters from a League of Legends analyst standpoint, but I know him from the personalities,
from their casting style and all those kind of stuff. So yeah, Chronicle's a good guy. He and Atlas work, guys. He and Atlas kind of work well. Kind of like the same thing with Atlas and Atlas. You know, these guys can work. Ender, he's okay. He's okay. Ender, let me just see. I put him C tier. He's doing, of course, Valorant right now in the EMEA standards. So yeah, so he's more like a part-time person right now. He does LEC, he does Valorant, of course. So he's more part-time, back and forth kind of person now. Him and Yisu, of course, and Pansy. Which I'm gonna stop my tier list for a second. I know many people wanted to criticize the tier list for casting, League of Legends and all that kind of stuff. But listen, if all you people praise Pansy for her COD, her CSGO, her Valorant knowledge, and everybody praises Pansy for that, and yet some people kind of like destroy the Tigris for like casting League of Legends and stuff. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people? I get her style is not great as well, but still. Yeah, so Ender is okay. I think Ender is an okay guy. He and Quickshot was kind of like were a thing, right? Were a thing, not a big thing, but kind of like a thing. He's got this funny personality, of course. He's got that funny personality. He's got that pretty good knowledge. He knows a lot. He knows a few lot of stuff. His segments were kind of like funny, especially the one with the fanatic one with Reckless. That was kind of funny, of course. So he is kind of funny, of course. He is kind of funny. He's a good character. Goldberg as well. I put in C tier as well. He's got my favorite moment when he and Emily Rand did the running in thing with Mad Lions versus G2 segment, of course. In fact, I would put him in C tier and Emily Rand in B tier because Emily Rand has that. She's good with the knowledge. She even though she doesn't do much, she's been with the LCS for that long, and her she does Draw My Life, all that kind of stuff. She knows a lot of League of Legends about that stuff. My favorite moment is when she actually swear when EG won that series and won the finals. And like, wow, I never expected Emily Rand to be that swearing, I guess. But she's also good. She's got a good League of Legends knowledge as well. So does Goldberg. Not as much, but Goldberg can cut a few things. Wolf, D tier. I know, hey, Wolf, he's okay, but he's not as great as like Chronicle and Atlas, of course, and of course he's not as he's not as he's not as flamboyant as like your Chronicles and your Atlases of the world. He's okay. Not gonna criticize him. Not gonna criticize his style and everybody else and all this kind of stuff. But Atlas Wolf is okay. Wolf is okay. Valence is okay as well. I put him B tier because he's on Valorant, of course. He's doing the Valorant Asian series, Pacific series, of course. He's also done League of Legends. My favorite game he cast was the KT T1 series, Game 5, when it was crazy, it was bonkers, and Valdez was right with it and all those kind of stuff. He and Ellis was also a thing. So Valdez is also okay as well. Lyric, he's okay. Put him in C tier. I think he in hysterical, lyrical. My brain is saying hysterical, lyrical. Every time these two come together, I say like hysterical, lyrical kind of thing. Like those kind of things. These two kind of work together as well. Lyric is okay, but he's not like exaggerated and all this kind of stuff. Jat with the Jat stats and everybody else, former coach and everybody else, he's okay. He's pretty good as well. B tier. He's got that knowledge, of course, from his time. He's got that jet stats and all those kind of stuff. He's been with the LCS a couple of times. He was on the LCS. He was off the LCS, of course. And then coaching Team Liquid, and then he back on the LCS as well. He and him was something working. And then I like Raz. I like Raz. He can be a flip flopper sometimes. So I put him as S tier. No, wait. He's a flip flopper. A tier. No, wait, he's a flip flopper again. B tier. And you know how it goes. So Raz, former coach of Golden Guardians, former LPL analysis, now LCS analysis. He has good knowledge, of course, with the LCS. He's done a lot of work, of course, with the LCS. He's an okay dude. The guy is an okay dude, of course. And I like him. He's a brother from another mother, so he's got that style. Yeah. So that is the tier list, everybody. That is a really, really exhausting tier list, of course. Whew, really exhausting. So yes, I am going to upload this on my Twitter. And then, of course, I want you guys to go to the comment section and just flame this tier list to heaven. I just want you guys to come at me with all your stuff. Tell me why the Tigres deserve more. Tell me if you're thinking Froskur deserve more. Tell me if any of these tier guys, Dracos, Vedios, LS, maybe they should have got S tier and everybody else, but this is my list. I want you guys to tell me what you think. This is something a little different from me from all the League of Legends stuff. I just wanted, I don't know if I can make it a weekly thing, but I wanted to just do something a little different from the League of Legends stuff that I already done a lot. So, anyways, thank you everybody for watching. Have a good day. Please like, comment, and subscribe so I can do more of these things. And I will see you all later. Ciao.